I'm starting my life over with just a truck and a chainsaw, reviving my lifelong dream of running a successful cattle farm. It's going to be hard work, but we won't take this second chance for granted. I'm excited to share this journey with you as we go from rags to riches. Welcome to Cattle Ranch.
Hello, welcome to Cattle Ranch. We start with just this truck, a chainsaw, and no money. This is our journey to fulfill our dreams as a cattle farmer. Part of the intent of this series was to fulfill my desire to play the game still. So we've been doing a lot of role playing on this channel, and I've kind of missed just playing Farming Simulator. So this will still be somewhat of a role play series, but we're also going to air the time lapses of the entire process on our new channel, the Farming Simulator SWU time lapse channel. Will be a link in the description for that. I hope you're able to support that channel as well, and looking forward to it. Let me know what you think. But today we need to cut down a lot of trees to get started, and all we have is the bed of this truck to really fit it in. So we might as well get started on some of these smaller ones that we know we can carry really easily and just do a bunch of loads. So I'm going to cut down a bunch of trees, fill up the truck of the bed, and get going from there. I think we'll get maybe 1,000. We'll see what happens here. Maybe 2,000. Yeah, not even 1,000. So we got to go with the bigger trees. I had a feeling that was going to be the case, but I wanted to give it a shot just to see. So let's head on back, and we got, the trailer is going to be the next goal, and then after that, I don't want to spoil it yet. Throw that a little too far. Let's see our second load. I'm hoping this is a little bit better. Oh yeah, 1,600. It's gonna be a grind. Let's rinse and repeat. Yeah, let's take this time to talk about some of the rules to this playthrough. We're playing on the easy economy. I feel like this game is hard enough as is, so that's definitely a trend you'll notice with our playthroughs. Maybe later on, we'll increase it to normal once we're established, but you can see how slow this is already moving on easy. So we got a couple more trees here, but rules are no leasing. We're not going to do any leasing on this playthrough. And the last time we played, we did lease to own because I wanted it to help speed up the progress. This time we're not doing that either. We have to purchase things. We will definitely take advantage of mods that are older and, cost less to kind of help us out. But I don't want to do leases this time, or lease to own. No loans. Just a true rags to riches with no, financial help. We're in the wilderness, and there's no bank here to help us. This is how we're kind of role-playing that. So we're going to keep going. We're probably going to have to do 4 or 5 more loads of this to get the trailer that I'm wanting next. Yeah, this is a beastie log, though. That might help a little bit better. But let's keep going. Well, didn't know it was going to be a trick show, too, did you? Well, that was nice, 3,100. So now we're moving up. A few more loads. We'll make some progress. Let's take a peek. Calling a little audible. This isn't the trailer that I want long term, but I definitely think it'll speed us up. So I think it's the right call to do here, spending $4,500 on this small little trailer. Be able to put a lot of logs on this. So let's get back and let's fill this bad boy. Well, you know what? We might have made a mistake. Please have straps. It does. Okay. Try to go really efficient with the way we're loading this one so that we can get a lot of money here. Our next goal, dollar-wise, is going to be around $5,000 to get things moving a little more. Maybe $8,000. Let's try to get a nice big load here and try to find these taller ones, hopefully. I don't want to drop that on the truck. I'm feeling we're going to be in trouble driving this load, but we'll see. Yeah, there's what I'm talking about. That is absolutely what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to buy a few things here. We're going to buy this cheapest water tank that we can find, or water trailer. 4 water. That's what we want. We'll buy that. All right, we got the water tank selected. We're going to put that down right around here. Overlaps with object. Must be a stump in the way. We'll find a spot for this here. Maybe this direction right there looks pretty good. Yeah, right there looks good. So now we want to buy a couple of the greenhouses. If we go into landscape mode, and I want to soften the land a little bit and flatten it out so it doesn't cost us too much when we get this. Going to be a problem throughout this whole build. This is a beautiful map, but it's not very flat. So some of the production buildings, they don't lay down very well. So I want to kind of flatten out the land beforehand So let's grab the mushroom greenhouse. So we're going to do one of each. We're going to limit it because these are kind of OP. So I want to make sure we don't progress too fast. Let's see, right here, one. Now let's grab the flower greenhouse and do the same. Right about there. And let's see how that looks. Let's run on over. Water tower looks pretty good. That looks good. A little bit of terrain here, but I think that'll be okay. We'll definitely be able to drive in there and get the pallets. Shouldn't be an issue. Next is to get the water tank and fill her on up and get those productions up and running. All right, I believe we just drive up here and then turn on the faucet here. All right, yep, oh, there we go. Turned it on. It should start filling it up now. It's in the zone, but it's not. What's going on? So I'm not sure what's going on with that tank, so we're gonna go try to buy a different one and hopefully it works, or I'm doing something really wrong here and we'll have to call an audible. We'll try to get real close to the valves with the water tank. It seems to be in the zone, so let's hop over here, open it up. Nothing. So what exactly are we doing wrong? Does the truck need to be running? We bought the water tank, so I don't see anything wrong with filling it up that way because of the technical difficulties. And anybody knows what I'm doing wrong. Is it the trailer? Is it the position I was in? Please let me know. So I don't know how many of these it's going to take, but we'll get them filled up. All right, let's hop in the production menu, get both of these activated. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of maintenance. Look at those flowers. Awesome. Let's see how these mushrooms are looking. Very nice. All right, we got some stuff going. Let's cut down some more trees. On to the next goal. Let's go ahead and see what we got here with this wobbly load. Not as big as the last one, I don't think. Wow, 15,000 for that? Let's go do one more load, and that should get us set for my goals for this episode. All right, based on the last load, this should definitely be enough to get us to $20,000, which is my next goal. Oh, we missed. Oh, overshot it. See if that'll work. It did. Oh, just by a couple dollars. Oh, played that right. All right, let's get back and unveil the big plan. Not enough money? 20,000. Well, that didn't go as planned. We needed a little more cash, and these are almost to 1,000. Yeah, let's just wait for that. And we'll get those first ones sold. That's OP. There it is. Look at the pretty flowers. Those there, and we got some mushrooms here. It should be about 7 grand. This is definitely almost feels like cheating. Oh my, maybe we will move to normal economy after this episode. Ooh, let's find out. Forgot about the terraforming and extra cost since the land is not very flat on this map. So this extra 7 grand or so that we're gonna get should be more than enough to put us over to get the sawmill going. Then we'll start producing planks, which is really gonna speed up the income so that we can start buying our farming equipment, because even though most of this episode has been, you know, lumberjack style, that's definitely not what we're looking for in this series. Yeah, 7,800. We're definitely going to speed up our progress with the greenhouses and the planks here, and we'll be growing our farm before you know it and getting our cattle as well. Let's head back. Let's get that put down and load it on up. Well, we took some liberties. You can see we're at negative $5,000 and we got it done, but it went over our land. I didn't realize it would even let me do that, and I wasn't paying attention when I placed it down. So we're gonna have to buy this plot of land next. That made our decision for us, but it's time to fill this up. Let's go to our production menu, and we're just gonna make small plank or wood planks for us so we can get up to 110 liters of wood in here. And again, this is really gonna speed up our productivity and our progress. Let's get some more wood over here and yeah, and get it producing. How are these doing? Almost another plank here, or another pallet, almost another pallet here. Let's go find some more wood. We'll make that pretty when we have money, but we gotta got to get out of debt first. Yeah, I didn't realize we were going to go this route, but we did. Let's go ahead and take one tree here and see how much that does. I have no idea how many liters of wood this is. Let's find out. So that was 3,000 liters. So let's go into production and we'll go ahead and activate it. The wood chips we're going to, wood chips we're going to set to selling because I don't really want that, but we'll spawn the planks. And let's see around the back here if there's stuff closer that we can just, you know, cut down real close and bring over. Absolutely. It's not our property though. We got to go over to here. This one looks like ours. And another 3,000. So about 3,000 per tree. Not too bad. So how much does this do a night? So at 192 per cycle and 60 per cycle and 192 cycles a month, that is over 11,000 liters. So that's our goal every episode, to make sure we have enough to produce planks overnight. All right, so with that math, let's go ahead and grab 2 more trees and we'll go in here and help it out. We're not going to do it the cheeky way this time, and we should be set for the month. All right, so we're sitting at 13,000 liters now. It's time to just let it produce and make us some money and get out of debt as soon as we can. Ooh, it'd be nice to end this episode out of debt, and we're gonna be able to. Let's go ahead and grab some flowers, plop them on there, grab the mushrooms. If we didn't have so much more to buy, I would say that we're cheating by having these greenhouses, but I think it'll make sense. We got a lot of equipment to buy. We've got a lot of land to buy, a lot of goals in mind. And this should, if we can stop in time, get us out of debt. 2,500, a little bit of cash. The only thing left to do now is to find a place to put a tent. I think right here will be good for now. Let's go into farmhouses and placeable tent. There we go. And we're set. Not bad for our first episode. We got a lot done, a lot to come, a lot of goals in mind. Thanks for hanging out.
Welcome back to episode 2 of our Cattle Ranch Rags to Riches playthrough. Recording these in advance, so if anybody had any comments on what's going on with the water tower, let me know. We'll keep going with the same approach as we were. So let's go ahead, and first we're going to hop forward to September, and we'll take a look at what we have produced here. We probably ran out of water. We did. So we ran out of water overnight. So that might be something we want to do before we rest. So we'll get these loaded up. Let's go see what we got plank-wise. So this should have sold. So we should have got a little bit of cash for that. And then around here, yeah, we got a lot of planks. So for now, we are going to abuse super strength and pick those up. But once we get a tractor and a forklift, we will stop doing that. Let's get in the truck. Actually, let's load these up first. Not bad. We're running out of cash, or running out of water, and then we'll hop over here. We'll get these going. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a fast process of getting us in a good financial state. Let's go get these planks picked up, and then we'll see where we're sitting financially. Yep, we'll get all these loaded up and head on over. 11,000 liters of planks, 3,000 liters of flowers, and 3,000 liters of mushroom, if we could remember to use our brakes when we get up here. Oh, man. Okay, let's see what the magic number is today. $70,000. All right, let's we're gonna turn this around and get this prepped to buy some stuff. So we went with the Field Boss here. A good starting tractor, I think, for the money we had. And you know what I forgot to get? We do want to get the front loader and everything going as well. So we did the quick. So let's start with, we'll go with the cheapest one. And combinations, we will go with the forks. The next thing that we're gonna wanna do is get something to help us move wood quicker. So we need to make a little bit of money for that. I think it's about 7,000, but we went ahead and got this plow because we're gonna start creating our fields here, even if we don't plant them yet. I do wanna start getting them laid out. We went over some of the rules. One of the things I mentioned, we are allowed workers. We're just not leasing equipment. Oh, that's funny. I did not like that animation. Got some chores that we want to do before we start plowing the field. So let's give this tractor and tank one more shot before we continue to loading it the way we have been. A little bit of water here. We'll go ahead and use that up. And I feel like the zone here, the trigger is just too tight, maybe. We're gonna go right on the trigger and we'll turn the valve on. It's just not doing it. But we'll get these filled up and then we will proceed to cut down some more trees and make sure we have production going in the sawmill. Let's take a look at that while that fills up. So we have 5,900 liters going, so it's still producing, and we'll get water in these so it can start producing again. We're gonna do it real quick though, and maybe we need a different tank. I don't know. Hopefully someone in the comments will be able to help us out there. I think we might have enough product here to buy the next thing that I'm wanting. All right, it was a mistake bringing the tractor. It's so much slower, but we made it. Let's go ahead and sell these. That should be enough money. Let's see. Yep, this is what we want. Let's go ahead and buy this winch. We'll come back and get the trailer with the truck. Some of these trees cut down, and we'll try this out and see about how easy this is. If this is gonna make our lives easier, if this was a mistake. I've never used one of these before, so we'll get a few cut down and we'll move them on over and see how this progress goes. Hoping it speeds up the lumberjacking and the felling of trees, or the falling of trees, a lot. What's going on with this one? There we go. All right, we got one attached after I finally figured out how to do it. And then we go attach to another tree. Max rope length, huh? So we pull this one a little closer, maybe. And then we go attach to another tree. And like max rope length. Let's just see. So we got one. We can just bring it on over our lumpy road here. Yeah, I think that's gonna help. So now we're at 5,000 liters. So, you know, remember our goal. Our goal is to keep it at about 13,000, but we could do a couple months here just to help us out. Another plank spawned already. Oh man, this no man's land map is quite impressive for helping speed things up when you use the mods that come with it. Now we're doing it just the little trees so far. It's going to be really impressive and really quick once we get through the little trees in the front and to the bigger ones in the back. Having a little bit of issues here. There we go. We'll see where this puts us. We could be close to where we want to be already. Nope. 6,000. All right. So let's go get a few more. And then we'll get to some farming and plowing and making our first field, I think. So let's do that. Whoops. This one's kind of substantial, so let's do that. Let's see if that'll let us through. That should help us once we get past the truck. Gosh, I knew this was going to be a fun time. Let's go ahead. We'll figure it out. Time lapse is going to be hilarious. You get out of the way. Are we free? Are these too heavy? They might be too heavy. Yep, this was a mistake. Would have been faster, but maybe we'll try one next time. Is it close enough in? Is it close enough? All right, we're sitting at 18,000. So yeah, the big trees are definitely the thing. So we got enough for next month, or to get us through a month. Let's go ahead and raise that. Oh, okay. Now I can see. I see how to control it. So I want to come on over here to our property edge. And we definitely could expand this field long term. Oh yeah, look at all that room. So we get as far over as possible. Maybe we back up here. And let's go ahead and lower it. Go ahead and start creating the field. And it should tell us when we get to our boundary, I would hope. All right, we don't have access anymore. Very good. Let's lift it up. We'll go ahead and get back on here, lower it down. And we'll go ahead and try to snug close to this line as possible. You know, eventually we'll want to expand that way, but let's take advantage of the land we have. And I don't want to go too huge for our first field, so let's get an outline done and see what it looks like. Yep, gonna be a smallish field, but we can always expand it later on. I think I like that. I think that'll work. So we'll go ahead and get the rest of this plowed. Yeah, this field boss is doing really good with the international plow we got here. We're gonna have to get something to take care of the rocks, and it would be nice if we could get a production going to turn it into lime as well. Got a couple spots over there that we'll clean up that we missed, and one tree. We'll have to get a stump grinder as well here pretty soon. Yeah, this is progressing real nice. The field boss is definitely doing its job. That's all the time we have for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you on the next episode of Cattle Ranch RP. Nice to see our field out there. This place is gonna get transformed in no time. Moving fast. I like the progress we're making. See how easy this one is to load. A little bit of a lip there. Caused some issues. Get those to slide back a little bit would be nice. All right. Not cooperating. Not the best with the forks. All right, these ones are light enough, right? We don't need, yeah, we don't even require super strength for these. So let's go ahead and get these lined up a little bit better. Get those strapped in. See if we can sneak these ones out of here as well. Might have to tighten the forks up here. Get rid of courseplay there. And line up a little bit better. Yeah, we need some practice on this. Sorry, truck. Hold on, guys. Definitely need more practice with that. We'll get better. Just strap around here somewhere. Well, we'll just do it with the truck. Go ahead and drive this on over and grab the rest of those pallets. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Yeah, the terrain. Oh, man. Okay, one at a time it is. Put these in the back. There we go, one down. Back it just up. Come on, back up, back up, back up, back up. Oh no, made a mess out of that. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something with this terrain here when we get a little bit more cash. It's definitely making a job that should be pretty simple a lot harder. I mean, why are we even straighten your wheels, guy? Did we get it stuck? Did we get it stuck? Well, that was different. Oh boy. Okay, that was exciting. Let's head on back and let's go this way and make sure we don't tip. See, I'm interested to see how we do financially here. This is a midday, really. Half a day worth of progress, and it should be good money. 27. Oh, wow. 27,000. Not bad. Let's head on back, and then we're going to take a look at the catalog and see what we want to purchase next. Lots of decisions to make, but already proving that money's coming in nice and fast, and we should be up and running with our equipment in no time. Hop in here and look at the productions real quick. We want to take advantage of all these No Land Man mods. I believe we have a gold production. We're not sure we're going to do that. So 25,000 is to take up most of our money. And where would be a good place for this? Probably tucked it right here. And there we go. So it needs water and stones. So now let's take a look at what do we need money-wise. We got that out of the way. I've never done stone picking, so that'll be interesting. Okay, this one 25,000. This one's real nice for 52,000. Has a little bit better capacity, I think. About the same, or that's, yeah, about the same. So we know what we have to do next, and we're kind of broke. So what we could do, oh, more flowers. Geez, we should pay attention to that. Water's looking okay. Let's grab the tractor and fill up both of those. After the next cell of pallets, we should be able to get the stone picker and remove the stones from the field and get the lime situation going. Another pallet too. Wow. And what are we sitting in here? We still have 17,000 in wood. All right, very good progress. I just want to get it filled up so that it's ready for when we get the stones. Might be able to sneak another field in here. This might just turn into our farmyard. Lime production holds 12,000 liters, and the production looks pretty good. Yeah, I just don't know how many stones we'll get, but that definitely should help us saving some cash when it comes to purchasing lime. We'll get this filled up and then figure out the next thing, possibly sleep through the night so we can get more money. We'll see. A rainy day here in October. That's okay. It's like the rain's cleared up already. Go ahead and get these all filled up, get the trailer as full as we can. We might have to make 2 trips, we'll see. Don't know how many of these got produced overnight, but yeah, these are definitely OP, and it's I could see why people might not use these. I don't know why the straps aren't showing up, but let's just do that just to secure things so they don't move too much. So it looks like we can produce 6,000 overnight like that. And let's go get the mushrooms, and then we'll get the planks as well. 6,000 mushrooms, 6,000 flowers, and 13,000 planks. So it should be a little bit more than we got at the beginning of the episode. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's see what our total gets up to. $100,000. All right, the stone picker needs 100 horsepower. If we look in our shop here, we have 170, so plenty. So let's go ahead and we will grab, this one takes 120. We have the money, let's do it. Customize? Nah, it's all right, we'll buy that. And that's all we're gonna buy for now. This seems like a good decision already because of the working width. It shouldn't take too long to do that field. I'm more concerned about the trailer or the hopper filling up too fast for the amount of rocks we have the first time doing this. But I think it'd be nice to get this production up and running here in October so that we can start producing that lime. And then we need to get a spreader as well and a planter still. We got a lot to do still. Money's looking good. We could get real frugal with some of the purchases, but we don't really seem to need to with the money we're producing. So let's see what happens. Yeah, look at that, widen up for us. This should be real nice. Let's get it lowered, and we'll go ahead and turn it on. It does change the texture, so that's nice. We'll be able to see where we've been. It's the first time I played with stones enabled, so this will be interesting. No idea if this is even gonna, this small field's even gonna produce enough for us to lime the field later on, but we'll find out. Last little bit here to take care of, and 655 liters so far. Could have been better, you know. I don't know how far that's going to go with the production. That's definitely going to be a learning experience. My first time using stones, so it'll be good. It's a nice difference, a nice mix-up of how we've been playing. Let's go ahead and raise it on up and fold it. We'll take it over there and dump it into the production and get that turned on. Field's looking nice though. We still got to get that stump grinder. Yeah, we're really close to being able to plant there. More flowers and mushrooms already too. All right, get those tipped in. Not too bad. Now let's hop on over here and we will do storing and make sure it is activated. All right. Yeah, more terrain issues there. Big building. Last thing I want to do today is make sure that the sawmill has enough wood. And I noticed some of these smaller trees were kind of causing us trouble moving the big trees. So let's get these out of the way as we move back into our field there. There's a lot more larger trees as we move back in the field there. So I wanted to take care of these. So these 3, let's go ahead and try. No way. All right, we got those 2. Let's see. Raise that a little bit and see if we can pull these through a little bit better. And I think the key is to grab the end of them and not the middle, so that they pull behind us. So we'll try that with the next big one. But let's go ahead and get these dropped off. And like I said, I want to clear those small ones. So we will bust this out real quick. And yeah, and let you know how that goes. All right, we just got one more big one to do here. All right, so we got this big one loaded up, and grabbing the end of it seems to help, but I don't think we could pull 2 at a time with this tractor. So we'll get this one dropped off, and that should get us very close to the amount we need to get through a month. Again, at some point we need to just do a power session and load this up, but it might be after we get a bigger tractor for pulling these. And I just want to close the loop on one little thing here. We got a lot of comments to help us out and figure out that I was a doofus. So we go over here, we open the valve first, then we jump in the tractor, hit R, and it starts refilling. I don't know why I forgot that second step, because you always do the second step even if you don't have to open the valve. Silly, silly socks. So we have a few items that we want to purchase here. Let's talk to the store. We're going to come in here. We're going to buy a seeder. We need a seeder. Let's go with this case one. It's perfect. It does fertilization. It does seed. Let's go ahead and buy a bag of seeds and fertilizer. There's the fertilizer. We're also going to need the seeds. Let's go ahead and grab one bag. Should be plenty for the field that we need to get done. Also, I want to try this spreader because we need to put lime down first. And yeah, might as well buy it with the cover. Standard's fine on the rest. Let's change the colors up though. Thank you very much. $22,000 down, but we got some things that we need, and we got plenty of money incoming, so we'll go ahead and get this stuff moved back to the farm and get started with lime. This is where we're going to find out how well one field does for producing stones to turn into lime and then reusing that to apply lime to the field. Only 490 liters. We definitely need a lot more stones. I'm not sure how far this is going to go. We'll probably have to buy some more lime. All right, time to get this going. Let's turn it on. And why did it just jump sideways? Can we not pull this? I thought we had more than enough power for this. The spreader only needs 110 horsepower, and we have 170 horsepower. Maybe it's the weight. It's too heavy. Oh, man. Didn't think that through. I guess we go switch it up for a different one. After getting that sold and buying this other one for this little tiny little... Yeah. It's tiny. It was only $3,000, though. It'll get us by for now. We'll have to figure out what to do with it later. But something else that we need before we lime, which I completely spaced I want to do first, was I want to head on over here and get the Scout so that we can see what soil types we have in our field. So let's get that purchased, and we'll take that back first and get that going before we do the lime and before we plant the seed. There we go. Let's get our first few samples done. It should only be like 5 or 6 samples of this field. It is a small field, so we'll get that done and show you what our soil type is after we get the results back. Looking at the results here, mostly loam and sandy loam. I think we're good. That's awesome. That should be good for yield. And now let's go get the spreader and finally get the lime laid down. We're definitely gonna have to research other options for the spreader. That it doesn't have enough capacity to really use long term, but it's definitely a good starter spreader. Brought the bags of fertilizer and seed back with us with the seeder, so we're gonna go ahead and get that going. And we are gonna start with wheat. I figured we'll probably get some chickens eventually, so I want to start with wheat and go ahead and move forward, and it should. There it goes. Very nice. So this is gonna take care of the fertilizer and the seeds. Well, we've been racing against the rain coming in all day. It's finally here. I think we can get away with it. It's light rain right now. It shouldn't get too wet while we finish planting the seed here for the wheat field. We'll get this finished and we'll jump on to probably organizing some pallets and moving them around to sell them while we wait for the storm to go away. This might be the last thing we can get done in October, though. All right, getting the pallets put on here. Just the last one there. We just have 4 right now of the planks. Then we'll head over and get the mushrooms and flowers and take them on to get sold. And here we are, 4,000 of each product. That worked out pretty nice. Let's see how much money we get from that. 45,000 plus 1,700. Pretty nice. You can see here we have a new trailer. I don't want to spend a ton of time loading pallets. It's not my favorite thing to do. So I did get an auto loading trailer. We're going to park it for now, but we will start using that later just to speed things up. Really don't want to spend all day loading pallets, and we've got a lot of pallets to load, so we're going to fill up the water tanks again here prior to sleeping. The rainstorm just isn't going away, so we'll get that taken care of. We'll do that off camera, and then we'll jump to November and get some things done. Make some more progress. Exciting times. We did have to make 2 trips, so this is our second one. You can see we're at 115,000 leading into this and selling the rest of it. We're now at 134,000. One thing we mentioned, I think it was episode 1, is we built the sawmill outside of our property line, and I want to pretty much resolve that, even though we're not ready to expand. I think it's the right thing to do to buy that land since we built in it. So we'll get that done, and then we're going to build another field. We're going to start plowing another field, get that prepped. We're going to start moving a lot faster. At least that's my goal. So $85,000 is gone. We're down to just under 50,000. We're going to line this up here. To my left, I think we're going to put a chicken coop. We're going to wait till we have feed for that because we don't want to just let our chickens die. So let's go ahead and start making this field. And this potentially is either going to be soybeans or grass. I haven't decided yet. I think soybeans would be nice to start getting a little bit more money in. They typically are a pretty, profitable crop, but getting a grass field that we can recut to make silage as well as hay for when we start getting our cattle isn't a bad idea either. So we could get some straw from the wheat field and the rest of the goods for the TMR from this field. Yeah, I think we talked ourselves into it. A lot more equipment to take care of the grass. We'll have to get a mower. We'll have to get a tedder. We'll have to get a rake to do the windrowing, and a baler, and possibly a bale wrapper. That's a lot of equipment. So, lots of money to save up now that we bought that land. I could have gone towards that, but I wanted to right that wrong. So let's get this outline done, and then we will show you this field in a few seconds. Well, the field's all plowed. We're going to grab the scout and get that scouted as well. You can kind of see it from here. It's quite large compared to the first field. Still, as far as farming is concerned, these are still smallish fields, so we're not going to be breaking the bank or having a ridiculously long harvest yet. I want to wait until we have better equipment before the fields get larger and just the natural growth. So again, we'll rinse and repeat getting all of these samples taken, and we'll show you the results. Hopefully they're as good as the first field. You can see the soil in the trays. We're going to get these shipped out right now and get the results back. There they are. Only $600. That's not bad. Let's drop this off, and then let's take a look. And we have clay. We have clay. So we might want to think about that about when we go to 48, and up here probably is clay as well. That's not as exciting. Oh boy. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5 already. I can't believe We are on episode 5. We're going to get the stone picker set up right away. Going to take the stones out of the new field that we plowed last episode. After this, we'll take care of the greenhouses as well as the sawmill. We're going to make sure we get the sawmill nice and populated with inventory so that we don't have to worry about it too much moving forward. We want to at least go a few months without having to cut any trees down, and we probably want to focus on finishing the area that I want to make the main part of our farmyard and potentially where we're going to put some sheds down and some barns. We need some storage eventually. The planks aren't best to sell right now. The price is getting pretty bad on those. So we might hold on to them for a while. I think it's July when they peak their best price, and right now we're sitting in November. So we'll get these stones done, and then we'll move on to the next task. We might multitask and hire a worker for the first time. We'll see how my patience goes with this stoning, or de-stoning, as we missed a nice spot there. There we go. All right, let's bust it out. All right, let's go ahead and get that handed over to a worker. I think they'll be able to handle it. We got the most of the tough areas that the workers might get a little bit confused. But now let's head over to the truck. We're going to utilize the truck to fill up the greenhouses and then move the planks around. We just want to make sure that the planks are doing good. And then after that, we will probably cut some more trees down, and hopefully by that time, the stoning's done. All right, perfect. So we got that taken care of. Next, let's get the trailer. Let's move around these pallets. We're gonna decide which ones we wanna sell. I think we wanna go ahead and make a little bit of cash right now with the flowers and mushrooms. And then the rest of the planks, we're gonna hold on to. Like I mentioned, the price isn't good for them, so it's time to start playing that somewhat game of keeping our inventory until the prices are good, which is July is when it peaks. So that is a long time. I'm sure as prices start going up, we'll start selling those then because we're gonna need the cash. So it's a little balance between supply, demand, price fluctuation, and the needs of the farm to keep growing. We don't want to slow down. Another thing we mentioned, the county was adding some roads, and they got some nice ones started for us up to our property line there. So it's up to us to continue the rest of it, but this gives us a nice path to get to the store instead of having to cut through the grass all the time. Let's go ahead and see how we're doing with our first sale of the episode. Geez, not too bad. Nice 24,000 almost there. We're sitting at 72,000. We got some equipment we want to buy. We're probably going to get a mower soon since we're going to plant grass in this new field. As well as it would be wise to take advantage of the grass in the new field that we purchased last episode. So let's get back. Let's go move those planks just to make sure we don't run out of spawn locations. We'll find somewhere to store it for now, but storage is desperately needed very soon on the farm. Right here looks good for now to store these. Hopefully we remember they're there. All right, let's put the truck away. We're going to cut down some trees. Get those prepped. Once we get the tractor back, then we can move all of these trees, but we'll get a good amount of them cut down and prepared to move over to the sawmill. A little disappointed in the result here. I was hoping to get closer to a full tank or a full hopper here of stones, but it looks like we're at about 1,400 liters, which should help us a little bit when it comes time to produce the lime. So we'll get this finished up. We'll take it over to the lime production, get it deposited, and get that turned back on for the time being. And the way that thing produces, it's only going to need a few minutes to burn through these little over 1,000 liters of stones. So let's go ahead and fold that on up. Head over here. Go get these tipped here. Watch out, we don't want them to hit us. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get into the production. Just a little bit of stones will activate it, and you can see it moves pretty quick. Yep, very fast. All right, let's get this put away, and then let's take care of all of the trees that we fell prior to liming the new field, and we've put a call into the dealership to hopefully find us a better spreader that works with our tractor, because the little one's not going to cut it on this big field. So hopefully by the time we get done with moving these trees around, we can get word from them about that. But we'll keep you updated on that. Should be probably 2 trips, I think. Let's see, we'll attach here, like that. Out of reach, okay. Move it a little closer. All right, maximum. All right, so that'll be our first load. Look at that, much better. Putting them on the end is so much better. Don't see any more little guys. I think that's all of them. Just 2 more, and then we can move the big ones, and we might be brave enough to try 2 at a time again. We'll see. Do the same thing here. We're going to attach it to the end. We'll just do 1. It's just going to be a lot of trips, but I think it'll be better on the tractor's health and probably be quicker if we just do 1 instead of slowly moving multiples at a time like we were doing before. Look at that, more flowers already. And mushrooms. All right, last load. Let's give it a shot. See if we can do 2. Because it would be a lot faster next time. By pulling them on the end, let's see if we have enough power. Seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. These ones aren't the biggest trees either, so maybe that's why we pulled that off. Yeah, we just got to make sure we're not running into obstacles. So hopefully this puts us at about 30,000 liters of wood. 29,000, not bad. So that should be good for, gosh, 4 months? 3 months? About 3 months, I think. If my math's right. Well, we got word that they did find some more options for us. So let's go ahead and try to find the trigger here. There we go. Get this sold. Repainting, nah, let's just sell it. 2,500. Let's go talk to the nice lady over here and see what options they came up for us. Yeah. So we got this 42 meter width here. Wow. 28,000. We also have this 28,001 that's 36 meters, but has a lot larger capacity. I think we're gonna go with this one though. I like it red. Let's go, $28,000. That was about what we wanted to spend originally. It's actually less than what we spent originally, so let's see if we can handle this one. I think it should be fine. The capacity is a little bit better, and that's probably the worst approach ever to an implement. But let's get this hooked up. We'll get it back home. We'll give it a shot. We got plenty of lime over there we want to burn through. Yeah, seems okay. Pulling it fine. Let's get home. So we'll just do 2,000 liters at a time, and hopefully this lasts us a good amount of time, but we'll see. And then let's go ahead and have GPS help us out here, and we'll go in here, auto width, and yeah, we'll set it to 0 again, but now it shows us our large width, which should be good right there. We'll lock it in. Let's see if we can get up to speed. Look at the spread on this thing. It is going through the line pretty fast though, but I can handle refilling this compared to the last one. Absolutely. And it should just be our first few times using the lime on these fields that takes a ton of lime just to get the pH level where it needs to be. So let's get this refilled and we'll finish this field out, and I don't think we're gonna have time before that sun sets to plant this field. Well, we burnt through all of our lime. Oh, what an expense. It's expensive to get soil prepared. At least we're doing the right thing, and we should get great results from doing this. And since part of this field was clay, that's why it's taken so much lime to get that pH balanced. There we go, all done. We're running out of time, so I think the last thing we'll do today is just fill up the water tanks for the greenhouses and then go to bed. That'll do it for the grass field. It looks, oh, we missed some stones right there. Oh man, roller would be nice to have. Let's go ahead and put this stuff away. Yeah, we still got lots of equipment to buy. Let's go ahead and take a look at that field though. Let's see how all the levels are. Looking at our data here. Perfect. Expected yield's only 88% because of the soil type. I think that'll be okay though. That's gonna conclude today's episode of Cattle Ranch. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying it. I will catch you on the next episode. Welcome back to Cattle Ranch. We're gonna get busy early today. We're gonna go buy a mower. We're gonna start cutting some of the grass in the field north of our sawmill. So we'll head on out, we'll pick out a mower. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do a front and rear one, so we'll try to get what's best for us long term for when we get a tractor that has a rear and front PTO. But for now, we'll head to the store and get started on that. All right, let's head on in and talk to them and look at their catalog of mowers that will be compatible with our tractor. First, take a look here. We have 170 horsepower, 6 tons. I believe that's the capacity it could pull without struggling. So we want to keep in mind the expansion of purchases. So I think this is the set we're going to want long term. 95 horsepower can pull it. We'll have to upgrade to a new tractor before we get the back part. 3.5. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Again, keeping it in mind long term. We'll get that going. We'll hook it up to the back. And that will have to do for now. Not the most ideal setup, but we're keeping our eye on the used market to see if any good tractors pop up, because we are ready to expand. One tractor is not going to be enough very soon, and I really want one, like I mentioned, with the front and back PTO, so we can really speed up the mowing process when we get deep into it. But let's head on over to that new field, and we'll try not to bite off too much on this first process here. Need to decide if we're going to do a silage pit or bite the bullet for the expenses for baling and wrapping bales for silage here. Yeah, some things to think about, but we got time to think through it while we cut a lot of grass. We could cut some of it over here, but I think we're going to focus really on the new property and get to know it a little bit. So we are on the new land, but let's start after the sawmill here. Go ahead and get this lowered, and we'll just start cutting. Is grass dropping? Doesn't look like it. What do we got going on here? There we go. And that looks like about the border there. Look at the nice swath for us. We don't even need a windrower. Wow, that's a bonus. It's like another little section of trees that we own here. Wow, this is a nice little section here. Wow, we could do some good here. The brain is on fire with ideas. Try to get a little bit closer to the edge there. Get a good idea of our entire plot of land. These little trees we're not going to worry about. They're not a ton of liters of wood, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of them. Definitely want to get the bushes out of the way while we can. And I think since the swaths are so close, it still makes sense to get a windrower, maybe a decent sized one that we can afford to bring these together just to speed up the work. And this area is not too huge, so we might bust it all out today. Oh, we missed a big chunk there. Let's try to not do that. But yeah, let's see how this goes. We'll watch the time. We got to make sure we take care of the greenhouses still. Other than that, we really don't have a lot to do around the farm, so it makes sense to utilize our time to maximize our money. And this looks like a lot of grass, so looking promising. I think that's a good start. That's a lot. We still got the other half over there to do, but I think we need to get some more chores done around the farm first. And let this dry a little bit. So we're going to park the tractor right there. We're going to run over to the truck, move some planks around. Nothing else here. Did we run out of water? Oh no, we forgot to fill up the water. Let's do that first. Speaking of water, this truck sure could use a bath. All right, let's get these back. There we go. We got flowers growing again. That's unfortunate. Just thinking through here, we're going to get to the point where this is just more of a pain to maintain than it's worth. I mean, the money's great, but we might want to look into some other plumbing options or something to help keep this process going so we don't have to stop what we're doing every few hours to fill up these greenhouses. We got them going. They're back in commission. They should start, populating the goods for us again. Let's go ahead and get hooked up to the auto-loading trailer and get the pallets moved so they can keep spawning. We want to make sure we don't back up the sawmill. 5,000 more liters looks like all we got. Go ahead and take crash. Take this over here, dropping off. Getting a nice little inventory here. Super excited about when it's time to sell this. Very nice. Well, since we still have some daylight, I guess we get some more cutting done. And then in January, we'll look into windrowers and make that decision on whether or not we're going to do a silage pit or bales. Well, we got it all done. I didn't think we were going to be able to get it all done this month, but it is complete. We'll let it dry next, and then hopefully once we get a windrower in here, I'm thinking baling would probably be best. We'll have to look at some of the forage wagons and see about that, but let's go ahead and put this away. And the last things we want to do for December is just make sure that we have enough water in the greenhouses to take a nap. All right, so we got all the little chores done to start the morning of the new year here in January. And we got 7,000 liters of flowers and mushrooms to go sell. Ooh, big day, $55,000. Beautiful. Let's go take a look at the catalog and take a look at some windrowers, as well as balers and wagons. And we'll also take a peek at the used market first. This sprayer, how much is it off? 53%? Yeah. We're going to buy that. We're going to need that eventually. Now let's take a look at the rakes here. We're going to do it. We might have overspent. We'll have to come back with the tractor and get that. But long term, I think we'll be happy with that decision. Short term, not so much. All right, let's unfold it. Let's hope we didn't make a mistake here. I hope we can operate this. Otherwise, we might be selling some planks. Wow. This thing is ginormous. So far, so good. Uphill will be the question, though. Look at that. Thing of beauty. One of the things about the approach we're taking on buying equipment is we're not necessarily going to have to upgrade some of this stuff long term. It's going to live with us. We'll just have to keep repairing it. So I think some of these decisions are definitely going to help long term. Well, Uphill seemed absolutely fine, so I think this decision was right. Definitely a great purchase. We got the windrowing done. Looks like there's some snow in the forecast, so hopefully we can get the baling done. I think that's where we're leaning, but I think we're going to need to make a little bit of cash before we're able to get the wrapper we need, though. Yeah, that's going to be the issue. And I promise we'll get some storage very soon. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cattle Ranch, where we're trying to build up a huge cattle farm, and we don't have any cows yet. That's going to be a little bit, I think. First thing we need to do today is get a baler, so let's go ahead and take the tractor up to the store, check out their catalog, see what baler we want. I think our best move is to do the baler and wrapper. It seems to be the easiest for us instead of doing a silage pit, so I think that's the route we're going to go. They do have a nice John Deere square baler that's around $12,000, so I want to make sure it's compatible with the Field Boss. I'm hoping very soon. Getting a little tired of this slow tractor. It's gonna stay around the whole series, but it'll be limited to the jobs it'll do long term. So let's go get this baler. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Hopefully the snow doesn't settle here in January, but yeah, that might mess up our plans a little bit. Oh, we got our sprayer here as well. Go ahead and park right here. Go talk to them and take a look in the catalog. Hello, ma'am. How are you today? So let's start with bale wrappers. We know this one can do the round ones. Efficiency time-wise, not a big fan of round bales. So I think we will go with this, and keeping in mind that 220 centimeters is the largest that we can do. Looking at the weight, I am a little worried about it being too heavy and having the same problem that we had with the last one. Let's go ahead and go with this one, though. This might force our hand, but the combinations on this tractor are a little confusing. And then we're going to go customize and add front weights, and hopefully that helps. I don't think it's going to. I think we're going to have to possibly sell all the planks right now to see if we can get a better tractor. External attachments. We're going to go with the heaviest weights they have. We're going to customize that. Unfortunately, with this tractor, the configurations, we can't have the front loader as well, but we can always switch it out. So if this doesn't work, we might already make myself look like a fool and sell this tractor today. Ugh, we'll see. It's looking okay. Horsepower is not everything. Weight is also an issue. If we unfold it, it seems like it might be okay. Let's go ahead and head back, and the snow's picking up. I'm hoping it's short-lived, though. Snow's coming down pretty hard. I do not want to bale in these conditions. Let's go ahead and check our greenhouse. Water could get taken care of, so we'll go ahead and bust that out while we're waiting for this storm to pass, and then we'll do some math later on to figure out how many bales or how many pallets of planks we need to sell to get enough for that wrapper, and it's really going to pay for itself pretty instantly with the silage. After we sell that silage, we probably will be able to upgrade this tank as well. Well, while we're waiting for the snow to pass, I figured we'd take this time to replenish the sawmill. And is this in our property? It is. Beautiful. So we get about 3 trees, and that should be 3 of the bigger ones should be good for now. And I'm really hoping around noon this weather just clears up. Can we go? Is this in our property? Looks like it is. And eventually we will have to repopulate the forest a little bit. It's, not getting too thin yet, but the rate we're going, it will, and we're gonna want to keep planks going pretty long term for just, secondary income coming in. See how this rope works. Struggling, huh? All right, that's a bad idea. How do I detach it? All right, we're sitting at 27,000 liters in the sawmill, so that should be good for now. Let's go ahead and put this down over here. We'll get the baler going, and that took a little longer than I was hoping, but we should be good now. Why does that keep falling? That's silly. We should be able to do this pretty quick if it works, since it's a square baler. Everything's rode really nice for us. Be interesting. This is exciting. Hopefully this was the right call and we didn't make a huge mistake. Let's start on the farther side away. We'll do the back side first. We might do half of these and then make sure we get a good amount wrapped today, just to make sure we can start making money off of these as soon as February. So far, so good. Yes, definitely seems like this is gonna be doable. A lot of bales. So the baling went a lot faster than I thought it would, and we got some time left. It's 2 o'clock. There's some more snow in the forecast, so we need to probably make some decisions really fast to getting these bales wrapped so we can make some money off of them next month. Let's take a look at the forecast. It says the snow's coming. It's not till tonight, but let's look at the stock here. Grass conditioned 360,000 liters. That would give us $44,000. But let's get a wrapper going and see what the difference of that number will be. Try not to lose too much time here. We'll get these 3 loaded up, and then we'll take a look at our tablet again to see how much money these are going to bring in and how short we are. This other trailer seems to have lost its purpose for us, so we might get rid of that as well. Ooh, sorry, tank. So we're $34,000 short. If we sell all of the flowers, that would be $14,025, and then all of the mushrooms is $13,877. That puts us about 6,500 short, so I think 2 planks we'll do it, and we have 2 sitting right here that we're gonna get on here real quick. Silly, we don't have the front loader, and we're not bringing the auto loading trailer, so we're gonna do it this way, and that should be enough money. And the calculations were just off a hair. Let's go ahead and pull this trailer in and see if it will get us over the hump here. Bale wrappers. Oh, it's 54,000. All right, we'll be back. Just being overcautious here. We've added 2 more pallets and we're losing time, so we gotta get moving. More than enough there. We knew that was gonna be the case. Let's go ahead and let them know we got the money acquired. Hello, yeah, I'd like to pick up that wrapper we talked about. Awesome. Beautiful. We're down to $6,000. We sold, we just needed to sell one of those planks, but I wanted to be sure. And just to make sure it's not possible, can I bring this home? Doesn't look like it. All right, we'll be back with the tractor. Go ahead and start over here on this side and work our way back. Super excited to see what the difference in price is. It's going to be extremely profitable for us, I believe. Just got to take the nice slow grind and figure it out, or get them all wrapped. Well, I believe we got them all wrapped now. Well, this last one we'll have to do, but looking around, I think we got them all. I don't think we missed any. So we'll get this last one wrapped, and then we'll have to check the productions to make sure they have enough water, and then we can sleep and wait for these to ferment. I don't think we're going to do anything else in February. Who knows what it's going to be like. Overnight snow. We could run into some conditions where we're not able to physically do any farming anyways, so we don't have anything planned except for waiting for those to ferment and seeing if we can get them sold in February. Well, it looks like the forecast was somewhat favorable. Got space, and water's just about out here. We're gonna, rinse and repeat what we just did, and then we'll get these goods sold or figure out if we're gonna sell goods. It looks like there is snow coming. I think it's the right decision to hold off. We'll have to check on our fields and see if anything needs harvested yet too. We're getting to that point, but yeah, we'll get this Rinsed and repeated again. Make sure we keep productions up and running. We'll move goods around, get them sold, and see where we're at. See how close the silage is when we get done with that. All right, the water is all taken care of. Next, let's get in the truck and get all of these pallets figured out. What a mess. We need some storage. Broken record. Broken record. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. Okay, that's all of those. All right, it's a little sales event here for the overnight goods. Puts us back at about $60,000. Not too shabby. Oh yeah, plenty to spawn. Boy, we're looking good plank-wise. Max, 183,000, and we got a couple months yet to go. Whoo, ooh. All right, we're sitting at 60,000. Let's go ahead and head over and take a look at some of our silage and see how close we are. They just go on forever, don't they? 67%, that's not bad. 69%. Let's say 1 ton. It's a whole ton. All right, we have skipped through most of the day to get all of this silage ready. It is snowing. Slowed down time because I accidentally skipped too far forward. So let's go ahead and get the truck. We'll get this first load set up. It's going to be lots of loads with this small trailer. With some of this money, yeah, let's actually look at that. We're at 44,000 for silage now. We're at $151,000. We made about $110,000 extra by waiting, by turning it into silage. And we'll look at trailers after we sell this first amount and see if we can get a nice upgrade and just use this as a grain cart afterwards. Looks like 54,000 liters is gonna be the capacity. Let's head on over to the road and see what we got. First load, let's see. Not bad. 26,000 plus another 27,000, almost 28. All right, let's see what they have for options for us so we can get this done quicker. That many bales to move. All right, 19,500 is what it's gonna cost us for this one. I use this in a lot of series. It's probably overused, but it seems to be the best option that we have right now. Need to get some more trailers added to this mod pack. So now we can do, instead of 9, we can do 24 per load. So hopefully it's only about 2 more loads. Well, the truck's struggling a little bit. Looks like another piece of equipment we'll have to upgrade soon. This is a lot of tonnage, so this doesn't surprise me that it's struggling a little bit to pull it. 144,000 liters. Let's go ahead and get that sold, and we will come back for the next load. And it looks like it might be 2 more loads. We'll see. All right, here we are with our first large load. Once the truck got up to speed, it really handled it fine. So yeah, 74,000 about per trailer load here. Yeah, this is great. We already made our money back from buying that land. Now let's go get the rest of this. Be able to do some upgrades. Get that combine, that harvester we need. All right, it looks like I overestimated and I'm driving like a moron, but it's gonna be just 1 more load, which is kind of nice. Wish it was a little bit more money, would have been nice. I guess we knew the amount, didn't we? I'm being silly. Let's go ahead and get these sold. 108,000 liters left. All right, silage puts us at $200,000. Go ahead and get these sold, and then we will look into a new tanker. I think we can afford it. We'll see how large a one we can get that doesn't require a semi to pull it or a dolly, and go from there. That should help a lot with the time that we're spending on filling up the greenhouses. We want to get rid of that time and get it back to building more fields and taking care of the actual farm, and potentially start planning out the first area for the first barn for cattle. You know, 41 more thousand. Hi, what a day. What an exciting day. We got some equipment over here we need to come pick up too, but let's go ahead. We'll drop that trailer off here and we'll go talk to them and take a look at what they have for tanks. Hello. So this one would be ideal. 8,000 liters. That's nice, but let's upgrade to 6,000. 32,000. Let's see if the truck can handle it. Oh, I will potentially regret this. That's a big boy. Just getting it around that area is going to be enough of a challenge. And we won't pull it with the truck for very long, but we got some other purchases we got to make before we can buy a semi to house this. And this will be used a lot long term, so I think it was a good call. Where are we going? All right, well, let's go ahead and shut that off. I don't think it has to be running to fill it up. We'll see. Get down here, turn that on. We'll run back around and get in the truck, and we'll see. Okay, so that's going to take some time. So let's let that fill all the way up and get our tractor, grab the other tank, take it back, start bringing some of that stuff back to the farm. All right, it's time to get rid of this, and we'll sell it. We'll get 2,500 bucks back. That's not too bad. And I think we'll need the big trailer next. So we'll bring that on home and then potentially make a trip back here in a little bit. All right, let's see if we regret this. Yeah, that should be enough. 16,000 liters. It must have stopped because of timing on the valve shutting. But we'll take the long loop around here and we shouldn't have to do multiple trips anymore. Oh, we need to fix this terrain. And that was weird. I didn't have to restart it. Let's double check that it got both of them. Flowers are full, mushrooms are full. We got enough planks for overnight. Let's go ahead and find a good place for this that's out of the way for planks. You know, maybe we just do this for now. Shut the lights off, shut the truck off. We'll open the valve and let it fill on back up till it runs out. Not bad. So we're sitting, if we look at our money, we're at 166,000. We got another 100, almost 200,000 if we sell things at the right time in inventory. And this field over here, it should be when we wake up ready to harvest. Yeah, it looks like it will be. And I think, yeah, a little bit of damage we did there. Same with this field. It'll be a busy March. I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for hanging out on another episode of Cattle Ranch. There'll be cattle soon. Don't worry. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Dirty Truck Cattle Ranch. Today we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. Let me think about it. We got the truck completely filled up with water. Let's go ahead. The first thing we can do is fill up the greenhouses, and then we're gonna collect the goods and see if they are worth selling for the day. And then we're gonna cut the grass field because it is ready to harvest, as you can see in the distance there. Let's get this lined up because that was a bad approach. And we will go from there. We're going to pick up the mushrooms, pick up the flowers, go get them sold. I'm desperately wanting to upgrade this and potentially figure out how to upgrade our mowing situation as well. That looks like all the mushrooms. I might break down and sell some planks so we can upgrade the tractor. We'll see. Oh, the truck's in the way. All right, let's head on to the store, get these sold, and see where we're sitting, check the used market. And fingers crossed. So we're sitting at $207,000. So I'm very tempted to take a look in the catalog and see what they have that might fit our price range. And hopefully we're not just making a mistake because we want to upgrade. So let's go chat with them and find out. I think we're gonna go with this Valtra for $202,000, and we're not gonna be able to get exactly what we want for mowing because we only have $5,000. But I definitely think that'll be a good start, potentially? Question mark. Well, with this Valtra, it's plenty of horsepower. We can upgrade it later to be the amount of horsepower that we need. It's a good start for now. It won't pull that mower, the back mower that we're interested in, but we can upgrade the engine at that point. But this is definitely making me happy, going a little bit faster. We'll get all the stuff from the shop as well, just so we can stop using their space and move everything over here. And, coming back, I remembered I wanted to buy storage, and we did not. We'll have to wait till we sell all the planks for that. So we're gonna use the new mower to take care of the new grass field. And after we get that started, we're gonna then start plowing a new field in the area that we cleared last episode. I think that's a wise decision. And is this the time I realize I'm on the wrong side of it anyways? No. Yeah, we will do it on the back here. Might as well. We'll go ahead and get this started for a worker because I want to do a little bit more than the area that is, why does it go to conditioned? There we go. Jeez, that was interesting. Yeah, I want to do a little bit more than the area that we planted just to get as much out of it as possible. And after I get that done, then we will hop on over to starting to make that field. Well, we got the worker going on Courseplay there, and next thing to do is use this plow here. As you can see, now we're seeing the benefit really of 2 tractors. So we're going to get that going now and build this outline here. This is going to be a good sized field. We're going to use the middle trees to separate 2 different fields here. And then after that, we'll check on the other tractor. But we got to keep that going, and I'm hoping to get this all the way to planted this episode. I don't think we'll be able to get that done. It'll probably have to be done in June, or April's next, not June. But that's the plan, so we'll keep going here, as well as you might be thinking, you spent all your money. What are you going to do about a harvester? Well, we're hoping to get enough silage out of the harvest that we're doing right now on the grass, and hoping that will turn into enough cash to get us a harvester. Otherwise, we'll have to sell some planks. So I'll get this going. We'll get it exactly where we want it, and report back. That's a good start there. We're gonna go ahead and run on over and check on the mowing. Hey, bushes. All right, it's going pretty good. It looks like it's about halfway done. It's got about, all right, 20 minutes. We can get back to it then. All right, well, the first of the 2 new fields is plowed. As you can see the layout we went with it there. I think that'll be pretty nice size. And eventually, if we decide to combine them together, we can do that later on. We're gonna go ahead and I think we'll keep the plow nearby because we're gonna do this other field later. So we'll go ahead and drop it off right here. And I'm gonna go get the stone picker and we're gonna get that going with a worker, and then we're gonna take over the rest of the grass harvest. It looks like it's getting close. I figure we'll do the rest of that while the stone picking gets done by the field boss. All right, that's all set up now. We can go ahead and take over here, and we'll probably get this done a little bit faster, I would assume, than the workers were doing there. Go ahead and get that all set up and get our GPS going. Oh man, it's gonna be nice to use the new tractor. That move. Beautiful. And it looks like they missed, or they're potentially going to miss some spots up here, so we'll get those taken care of as well. Pretty exciting having a field done and prepped, even though it's just grass. Well, we got the wheat coming soon. And some damaged field, it looks like. That's not good. All right, that's the grass field cut. Time to get the windrower out and take care of that portion of it. Windrowing with the new machine is so nice. It's working so good. I am loving this new tractor. That did not take time at all. They handled it like a champ. Look at those rows. All right, let's get the baler. We should check on the stones too, just to be sure that's all going good. But things are going smooth today at the farm. You stuck because of this. I was debating keeping that tree anyways, but 2 headlands should have been plenty for you. That's just silly. What are they doing over here? What kind of job? I thought we did course play, but this is not. I don't know what kind of course that thing's running. It's like it's got the width wrong. We'll have to clean up the rest ourselves after we bale and wrap though. Yeah, very smooth. Running this at 15 miles an hour right now. Recommend 17. We can increase it just a hair here. But boy, this is a great upgrade. I am very happy with our decision. Weird. You know, based on the size of these swaths here, I think our yield's pretty amazing for this. Lots of bales already. Insane. It's got a little bit to clean up here. Definitely good results for this field. We'll take a look here in a second at how many bales it is. I'm hoping there's enough left over just to get one more. I don't think there's gonna be though. Go ahead and just cruise through this real quick. 42%, probably not. We'll have to leave what's in there for the next harvest, but yeah, not bad. I just want to clean it up so it's not there anymore, but otherwise we would just leave it. It's gonna be around 50% when we get done, maybe. All right, yep, exactly 50%. Let's go ahead and unload. Get that folded up. All there is to do now on this is wrap. Go ahead and put the baler away, loop around, pick up the wrapper, and we're looking pretty good here in March. I missed. But yeah, let's look at the stats real quick. 34 bales, not bad. I think we, looking at that, it looks like we had about 51 last time. So the money's not as much as cutting that entire plot of land, but we knew that. It actually is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be to that, so I'm impressed and I'm happy. Well, with the rain here, I went ahead and stopped the stonework because that was going to damage the field too much. It doesn't seem right now. Yeah, we're starting to damage this field. We might have to call a break on this until let's see how it goes. We'll do a couple more. I just don't want to damage the field too much. Yeah, it's coming down too hard. We're going to take a break on that, and hopefully it passes, and hope it's not too much and ruining the product here. It's getting kind of wet. But yeah, let's go ahead and take care of the greenhouses and all that while we have a chance to take a break and kind of wait. So we'll get all that done. Plenty of water. We don't have to worry about that. All right, that's one full. Losing it a little bit. Losing her. There we go. It's a little slippery out here. Second one full. All right, we got that job done. I think we'll move some pallets around too while we wait for this storm to clear up. How did the plow end up down there? That's weird. All right, let's just sell some goods while we have a break in work time because of the rain. All right, not bad, not bad. I think we might be able to get enough to get a cheap harvester. I was hoping to get a more expensive one to start with, but the itch for that tractor came and we had to do that. We had to. Right? I think the rain would wash the truck off. That's unfortunate. Not raining hard enough for that, so maybe the grass will be okay. Well, we've let a little bit of time pass and it seems to have cleared up. Open and dry enough. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, it seems like we're not leaving too many marks on the ground anymore with the tractor like it was doing. Should be fine. There's a light rain for about an hour. Yeah, let's get the rest of these wrapped, and then we will proceed with finishing the stone picking ourselves. And hopefully we have enough time to finish that this month, because I would love to get the rest of that field prepared in April. All right, the wrapping's done. I think we'll leave the wrapper here. Once we get it folded up, we'll, yeah, go ahead and leave the wrapper there. We're going to switch tractors on the stone work, though. I think it makes sense to use the big boy. So we'll get that over there. We'll get that finished. We'll try to sort out what our worker was trying to do for us and go rescue our plow, I guess. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I know what I did wrong with Courseplay. I think I set it up for 2 vehicles instead of 2 headlands. The spacing would make sense for that. That's funny. Go ahead and leave this right around here for now, because we are going to plow that other field later on. Get back in the Voltra and get this finished. And hopefully we... Oh, too fast backwards. Not used to the speed on this new one. Hopefully we have enough time left, daylight-wise, to get this done. Let's go ahead and start over on this side of the field. Very strange. Not much in here, so we didn't pay them much for that. Everything all set up here. I guess we should lower it and turn it on though. That might be, a way to actually do the job. Rookie. There we go. Should clean up real nice though. Very nice. Yep. Should be able to make quick work of this. Go ahead and wrap around here. And like I said, this will be the last thing we do today. I'm hoping we do have enough daylight. It'll be close. It's 5 o'clock now. No wonder they were running into the trees. The course was all messed up. Well, we definitely had enough daylight. We did not have to even turn the lights on, which is pretty nice. So we got this, not very many stones. It seems like the land that we bought just doesn't really have a lot of stones in it. So I think that'll be okay though. We'll go ahead and drop this off at that production and get it going again. Pretty productive day though. We got a lot of bales over there that we're gonna make some money with. We got plenty of planks, more goods at the greenhouse. We should be set to have enough money to get that harvester. I think we'll be okay. Let's get this tipped and get that turned back on. Nice. It looks like we got about 1,200, so we'll go ahead and activate that. And I mean, we could almost just stand here and wait for it to finish because it is that fast. Yeah, I might do that. All right, that didn't take long at all. We got 940 liters of lime from that field. Not the best decision that we made. Stones are not really paying that well. All in all, it was a pretty good day. Thanks for hanging out on Cattle Ranch. I'll catch you on the next episode. Welcome back to Cattle Ranch. It looks like we got a nice surprise here in April. It's still not time to harvest, so we have time to make a little bit more cash and prep some more fields before we have to buy that harvester. And let's take a look at these. Yeah, later today we'll be able to take care of that, but first we'll do some of our chores. We'll get planks moved around, we'll sell the greenhouse goods, and make sure we have enough wood in the greenhouse as well as water in the greenhouses. Having this wood in the sawmill and water in the greenhouses. I think I said that backwards. But let's start off with the water. We'll see, can we pull it with this? Just kind of curious. We should be able to. This thing's a beast. Plenty of water in here. That take care of them? Both at the same time? We did, okay. We'll go ahead, and it was able to handle it. We'll go ahead and refill this as much as possible. There we go. Now we should be able to drop that. I think it still refills it. We'll find out. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get the truck, move planks around. I wanted to find a job for the Voltra to start. I think what we'll do is plant this field. Nice hop there. And then we'll start cultivating or plowing the new field. And I think what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and put the plow on the Voltra. We'll pick up the seeder because we know this one can do that. Just plowing takes a little more effort. So we'll go ahead and get the seeding started, and then we'll sell the goods and move the planks around. But I want to be able to get multiple things done at the same time now that we have 2 tractors. So we'll get the seeder set up, see what we got for product. Then we got to figure out what we're going to plant in there. Might be time to do something like wheat or, yeah, probably wheat so we can get bales. So let's go ahead and get this set to the right crop. There we go. And just one other thing of interest. I decided it's probably just as beneficial to just purchase the soil. So we know... Oh, I'm getting way ahead of myself. We need lime first. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll get the chores done, and then we'll build a plan for getting the lime, some lime over here and spreading it as well. And yeah, Got ahead of ourselves. Well, after that sales event, we're at 96,000 again. My goodness, we're making money. We might want to change the economy. Let me know in the comments below if you think we should change the economy to normal. I figured while we have the cash, let's go ahead and load up on lime. We got a couple more. Yeah, we're gonna need these. And then also, before we even put this lime in anything, we're gonna come back with the spreader. We're gonna get the spreader we wanted originally now that we have the bigger tractor and get that all sorted out. Now that we have a little bit of cash. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this sold back, see what money we can get out of it. We will repaint it and repair it. Add $24,000, and we'll go talk to the nice lady up here and see what's in inventory for us to, you know, what we wanted to purchase earlier, possibly. We are gonna go with this large capacity. What is this? Is it MP Agro? Yeah, 30,000 liters. Yep, we're gonna do it. We're gonna buy that. That'll definitely help out. And was there an upgrade to that we just missed? Interesting. If we get our own workshop, we'll upgrade some of that stuff. But $73,000, it's still a good amount in our bank account right now. So we'll get this home, get started liming. And this definitely should help out the speed of the job. We should be able to handle this with this new tractor with ease and no more stress on that. Gosh, I really hope 19,000 liters is going to be enough. So we'll try to get turned around here without damaging our products too much. Boy, I'm kind of glad we only went with 63% capacity because it's kind of heavy. What we'll do is we're going to start with a little bit of liming here. We'll get the headland done, and I think we might hand this off to a worker. I'm not sure. Kind of need to get going. We're a little slower getting going than I wanted to this month, so might do a headland or two, then I'll switch to the other tractor and start planting and let it take over once the liming is done. That could be a good plan. Let's do it. All right, now that we got the lime going with the worker, we will go ahead and switch over to the field boss here. We'll get our wheat started to get planted. And that should be plenty of a head start for the lime. Ooh, just into tractors is fun. But yeah, we'll do a headland here, we'll get going, and then by the time they're done with that, we probably will switch over and start cultivating or plowing the new field here to the left. And potentially, we'll probably wait till next month to plant that just so that we have, you know, different harvests at different months. We don't want to harvest multiple fields at 1 month or get into a state where we have a lot of fields to harvest at once. And even this big tractor, I guess we could upgrade it a little bit more. It's still struggling with it. So yeah, like the title of last episode, I kind of regret the purchase of this tractor. So we'll get this new field plowed and get all that sorted out and finish planting. And we're making good progress. We'll have to check on the silage soon. Hopefully we'll be able to sell that momentarily, or we'll decide if we're going to hold on to it or not. Yeah, oh man, we're getting to the point where there's decisions to be made. We still have enough money for buying a combine. I do have one in mind that we're going to purchase, and it's not going to be too expensive. It'll probably be one of the rare things that we do buy that doesn't really stay around long. It'll definitely be a starter combine, and then we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and try to stay on our property. We kind of lost our property line since the grass grew back. Go ahead and lower this. Head, out a little bit this way. We could have mowed again, too. And for now, we will cut straight here, and we'll get this outline done and show you the progress after that. Worker got a little confused. We're going to help it out there. You can see we got a good amount plowed on the new field, but we need to get this worker back up and running, and we might, gosh, just one or two passes. We might just finish this ourselves. Let's see where we're at here. This seems good. Yeah, we'll get this done ourselves, and then we'll finish plowing and potentially get the stoning going as well. We missed some stones. So we bought the spreader a while ago, and we're not going to be able to use it for a while because these freshly plowed fields aren't going to grow weeds until a few cycles or a few seasons. So I was thinking of spraying this just for the precision farming score, but I don't know if it's even worth it. So we'll probably say we're done with this field for now, and we potentially might have enough of the other field done to get the stones going. I think we do. Let's go ahead and drop this off, get the stone picker going, and we'll try to do both of those at the same time. Then we'll sell the silage, Then we're gonna get some storage. We're gonna get some storage today. Looks like Courseplay will let us set that up, so we'll get that going, and we're not gonna waste any time. We need to get right back in to the plowing. Whoops, let's get that lowered. Let's get this headland a little bit larger for them. So we're gonna do 2 headlands, so we wanna clean that up and get it nice and prepped and hope the stone picker doesn't catch up to us. I'm not sure what would happen when it goes over the not plowed area. Never done it before. Got it all plowed. This is going to be our last field for a little bit. Time to just go into pretty much maintenance mode on these fields and start getting some crops going so we can get cattle. We don't have cattle still. It's episode, what, 9? I'm a little disappointed in that, but we've got a lot of good things prepped to set up a successful cattle operation the second we pull the trigger on that. And yeah, silage selling and storage is definitely going to be our next top priority. I think we'll do the lime on this while it's picking the stones. I don't think it'll be a problem running over areas that they missed, and hopefully we can still see those stones. I want to kind of pick those up, but we'll get this work done, and then we will shift to selling some silage and building a little bit of storage and potentially maybe a house. I don't think we'll get to that point. We'll see how money is. We got our first load of silage here. We're going to see how we do this month around the silage selling. First load brings in about $66,000. We're sitting at 134. That should give us a good amount for the little bit of a farm yard design we're going to do here in a little bit. Let's go get the rest of these bales and see how much money we have. And another 27,000. We're at 161.76. I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance on the truck before we go home. All right, so we're going to take this, and there's a few trees I do want to clear out before we start making our farmyard. And then after that, we got to move some equipment around so that we can place down all the buildings that I want to place down. Hopefully we have enough money, and we're approaching it the wrong way. Wow, this is so much easier with this tractor. Oh, night and day. Night and day. We need a couple more trees just to keep us satisfied here. Let's see, maybe these 2 here. Yeah, let's get these 2. So I think if we pull this one in a little bit, we should be able to attach to this other log. Exactly how I was hoping. Nice. All right, we should see now if the power for this is as good as we were hoping, and then we'll pick up that other little log when we get to it. Oh yeah, we could probably do 3 or 4 of these. Snag this, throw it over here. Gotta get it close enough. I know it's just a little bit of wood, but every little bit's gonna help. All right, the worker is done with the stones. We'll go ahead and drop that off and produce them the little bit of lime we'll get from it real quick. And then we will proceed with the farmyard. Just want to jump into fly mode to kind of take a look at what we've got going. You can see our crops there. Probably naturally going to extend those now that we know where our farmyard kind of starts. Good size storage. I'm not sure how much more we'll need, but this area might be done. We could start another farmyard area, maybe back there when we clear out more. We'll see. We're kind of just naturally going. I'm not really designing any of this as we go. Or I'm not pre-designing everything. I'm just kind of going and with the flow of things, and I think it's turning out nice. Kind of back up here and see our full-on view. Got to move those planks too. We could get another storage bin maybe behind the garage there for goods. That might be nice for bales and planks as we start building that up. Let's go a little bit higher. Some wasted area here, but another production might fit nice in this area eventually. Like just randomly picking one. Yeah, plenty of room for something there. A little tiny sawmill. That's kind of cool. Yeah, slaughterhouse. All kinds of stuff could fit there. So that's good to know. Wood turning. That might be interesting. Drop our planks off here. Or even the shingle factory. Or the pet accessories. Interesting. We got some potential options here, and some nice paths that we can drive around and get to the other fields. It's coming along nice, I think. What a difference from episode 1. Very cool. I'm Socksway Up. I'll I'll catch you on the next episode. Hello and welcome back to Cattle Ranch. Today we start out at the dealership because it's harvest day. Let's see if we have enough money. The one I think we're going to start with is this John Deere 4420. We're going to go ahead and get that purchased, and then we got to figure out which header goes with it. So we got a few to choose from, sitting at $18,000. This is where I think we go with this one, and hopefully, I like some of those other options. I should have looked. So we have $4,000 left, and our spawn point wasn't right here. I didn't have to go to the store. It's right here. So we paid a little extra for that for the delivery costs, but we can deal with that. So today we get to harvest our first field, and not bad setup here. Be all unfolded and ready. One thing I do want to check is the height of this grain cart. This is a struggle sometimes on some of these harvesters. This is perfect though. This is perfect. Let's go ahead and get it lowered, and no better place but here to start. I do want to go clockwise though. Let's fix that. We should be, yeah, making straw exactly like we want. So for right now, this is our only vehicle. It doesn't have GPS on it, so we will have to do all of this steering by hand. Isn't too bad though. This is actually a pretty good starter. We'll just have to, upgrade the the harvester later on. And the yield is hard to tell. It's very green. The yield's looking very, very good. We'll get the headland done, and then we'll probably do our typical worker on the combine, and I'll run the wagon. We're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with the wheat, because we don't necessarily have a place to store it. And if we harvest more than we have capacity for in the trailer, we're gonna have a predicament. See how much this fills this up per hopper of the combine, and then that'll give us an idea probably of what we're gonna have left. Go ahead and turn this tractor off. We'll get in here so we can take over right away. That unloads slow. All right, we'll see how the worker does. We'll have to clean up a little bit at the end, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and jump in this tractor here, the Voltra, and head on over to the new field and start getting it planted. And we got to decide, I guess, what we're going to plant. Just to remind ourselves, let's see what we did in the field next door. We did wheat, so we got enough wheat going. I think we'll do soybeans in this one just for the financial gain of it. And, it helps with the soil. Leave some fertilization behind. So we'll go ahead and bust out the headland here and then hand this over to a worker. It'll be very, very interesting to see what happens there. Oh, we don't need fertilizer if we're doing soybeans. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the seed level on this one. So we just wasted some money by buying more fertilizer, but we will use it eventually. It is using fertilizer, which seems like a waste. Interesting, but it's not changing the level. So now to issue number 1 of the day is we're about to fill up this grain cart, and we don't have any place to store it, and we only have $2,000, so let's take a look. Wheat's price isn't too bad. I guess we'll just be selling it, and that filled it up. All right, let's turn off the combine. We're not gonna be able to do much work here. I think what we'll do is we'll get this finished and hand it off to a worker, then we can start focusing on the harvest again. All right, let's hand it off. Hopefully we can have some good luck with that, and we'll do our first trip to the store with 8,000 liters of wheat. All right, getting the wheat sold here. Should be about $8,000. Switch to the truck because it's faster. Yeah, about $8,400. All right, should get this lowered and handed back off to the worker. And let's check on the other field. 67%. We'll have to probably help the worker on the back corner and then clean up the areas, but this is looking good. Progressing real nice. Now that we had enough money, we are going to start storing this. We put down a little silo here. Go ahead and get that dropped off, and then we'll have to rush back to the harvester because it is already telling us it's blinking. It's ready to empty. I don't know if we'll keep this silo. We might upgrade to something nicer long term. We'll see. I'm sitting here thinking we never took care of the nitrogen here. This yield's going to be terrible. Oh, what a mistake. Where are you going? Oh, wow. That was interesting. Get them back on track here. 49%. We'll do that area last. Figured it was a nice different shape of a field, but it's going to make it more complicated to do things like this. There we go. That should be good. And it looks like they were able to finish. I'm not sure where they're going or where they think they should go. Well, let's just watch. Let's find out. Where are you going? What are you doing, worker? Oh my. Not sure if it'll all fit, but we'll give it a shot there. Exciting first harvest though. Oh, we still have this section to do. We'll drop this off. We'll harvest that. Hopefully it's enough to not need the cart again, and we can just drop it directly in the silo. So I think what we're gonna do in June is we will harvest the grass, even though it won't be the best yield because we forgot to do the fertilizer. And then after that, we will probably combine those two fields and replant or plant whatever crop we decide at that point is best. Let's go ahead and get this looped around. We'll open that. And we should be able to just drop this right in the silo. And we can see what our total is after that. It's 13,000 so far. Very good. We're at 14,500. Let's go ahead and close that. And hopefully there's enough room. Yeah, there's plenty. We got plenty of storage right now. Just have to move things around when we need to get stuff out of here. So now we can focus on this field. We got a little bit of time. I guess we can go grab the other tractor and get the baler set up. And we'll have to do this all on our own, but we'll take a break and check on the other field here in a second to make sure it's still getting planted correctly. This will be nice. Square bales makes for a quick job. You don't have to stop. All right, seeding this field with soybeans is all done. I think there might be a couple spots that the workers missed up at the top of the field. We could head over there and get those. Yeah, what an interesting shape of a field. Never had one like this. We'll see how when time to harvest it, how much of a pain it is. We might be cutting down a bunch of trees and squaring this thing off. But we'll see. I kind of like it though. How are we doing over here inventory wise? Oop, getting a little low. The boss is definitely struggling up this slight hill here. And maybe we just need to do some maintenance on it because I don't remember it struggling this much. But 10 miles an hour, it got up to speed this time. Last pass, it was like 5 miles an hour. So, maintenance is probably due. Oh, come on. Overcorrected there. Those unloaded and folded up. And we've got to find a good place to store these. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to do that yet. But we'll just go ahead and put those two there for now. Put this baler away. Definitely have enough straw to get us started with cattle and their bedding when we get them. Maybe that'll be very soon. Who knows? Just need a little bit of cash. Very exciting first harvest we got done. We got a nice harvester. It'll probably be short-lived and won't be kept for very long, but overall, it was a pretty good month. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cattle Ranch. Today, the price of planks is good enough. I think today's gonna be the day where we bite the bullet and sell a good amount of those to hopefully get some cows and make a little bit of progress because we got a lot of money in planks sitting there. I was tempted to start another production line that we could make even more money off those planks, but I think the wise decision would be to sell as many of them as we can in one go here. Let's just fill up this trailer. I think that'll do it. We'll come back and reorganize all of those. Yeah, that's gonna be all that fits. This should be a good amount of money though. Let's go ahead and head on over to the store. Yeah, and this should be a pretty penny. We'll see where we're at after this. I have some ideas. I wanna get the back side of the mower combo that we were looking at, as well as I absolutely wanna get cows. We might wanna buy another plot of land for that. I haven't really decided exactly where I wanna start putting our cow pastures. But yeah, 181,000 plus 7,000 in environmental score. We're sitting at 192. Not a bad start. Just to get a little more organized, I'm just going to put these right here for now. We are going to sell them pretty soon. Let's go ahead and jump in the Voltra, and we're going to get the front mower out and go buy that back mower, get mowing started. And then at that point, we probably are going to look into cultivating those fields together, as we mentioned. We want to get that done today and decide on, maybe I'm a doofus. I thought it hooked up the other way. That's how it goes. So yeah, we'll take this with us because then the second we get back, we'll start that mowing, and then we might get that done and make it July really quick so that we get the most money out of those planks and do the expansion at this point. Field 48 here that we're about to drive in is what I've been eyeing for potentially putting some of the cows. And I think if we turn around here, it would just be nice to like drive out of the house, and I think it would be sweet. And then farther out here, as we keep expanding, maybe we get another fields on that side. A lot more expansion in mind. We bought this for 100 and I think it was like 155,000. We got the collector on it as well, but that's going to require 250 horsepower. We only have 210 on the Voltra, so we're looking into our options. We would need 30,000 to upgrade it to 210, or I wanted to see some other tractors just in case we want to buy another one and sell more planks. The one I'm really interested in is the 6R series John Deere here. We could do the 6230R engine and it would be plenty of horsepower, and adding GPS as well. We could add a front loader if we really wanted to. I don't think we would utilize that on this tractor. And then we could potentially, if we go into customize, does this have a wheel setup? It does have narrow, so we could use that in the crop areas. Interesting, interesting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this home and go from there. Why did we take the front mower off? What a goofball. Yeah, let's get this stuff back home and we'll make a decision on that momentarily. I might give this a shot as is and see how bad it struggles. Yeah, let's do that first. And then in July, when we sell the rest of the planks, we can buy that other tractor. All right, let's go right here. We'll get everything unfolded. Gosh, this thing's huge. Let's go ahead and turn them all on. And the struggle's real. Okay. That answers that question. Go ahead and fold it on up. We'll go ahead and we're gonna just drop the front one here, and we'll back up a little bit and drop that off. And let's go get the truck and some more planks, and we're gonna have a sales event and potentially get a new tractor. So we'll take this full load of planks, and we're gonna lose a little bit, a couple $1,000s by selling them early, but it's not too bad for what we have. And we probably, before we run away, we're gonna need to do water right when we get back on that. That got us close, but not all the way there. So let's go back and get some more goods and do one more sale. Without doing the math here, I'm hoping this is enough goods. I'll be embarrassed if it's not. And it's more than enough. All right, let's go ahead and park this here for now. And we're gonna get our new tractor. Yeah, we are gonna go with the 6R series, add GPS. We'll go ahead and buy that out. No loans in this series. No leasing either. And this tractor, gosh, this should be with us. This should be more than enough for a while. Still a medium, not a large tractor. It is pretty big though. Cab view like always. Pretty sweet. Pretty cozy. Lots of buttons. Look at that cup holder. Definitely need that. All right, let's try this again. Yes, this is what we were looking for. You can see the yield is not as good as it was because we forgot to fertilize. But we are able to sneak a little bit of that grass that's not in our land in here, which is kind of nice. Making a nice swath for us, so we could just come straight in and bale it. We won't necessarily have to use the windrower, but it might be beneficial to use the windrower to make closer rows or less rows. Not struggling too bad uphill. Was hoping it could go a little bit quicker, but it's doing the job. Guess it's time to just get this job done and then pick up those bales, because we're gonna keep those, I believe, for the cows. Get those situated, and yeah, then make it July as soon as we can to keep progressing. All right, we'll hand that off to a worker so we can keep on keeping on. It's not a ton of straw to start with, but it's definitely a good start. Let's get a good spot back here to put them down for now. We need to get some storage specifically for stuff like this, and really without damaging any of this field, or minimizing. We don't want to lose the grass. Let's go ahead and connect them first, I think would be the good call. Let's start like right here. Gosh, it's almost done with this field already. And this pulls so much better on this plow than the other tractor does as well. The field boss is definitely going to stay around. We have some chores for it to do long term. It'll take care of the cow's food probably. Turn right here. Got a little close to the road there, more than I wanted to, but I think we'll be okay. You gonna figure that out there, worker? Oh, let's not do that. Get out of their way. Sneak in right here, lower it up. And we're gonna sneak a little bit closer to the tree line, really expanding this grass field into the other old wheat field. Worker got the windrowing all done for us, so now it's time to bale the grass so we can get that out of the way. And I think we're gonna replant this entire field that we just combined as grass. We're gonna need a lot more grass. I was debating on this one getting a tedder and turning it into hay so we can prepare for the cows, but I think we'll do one more harvest of grass. The next one will turn into like half hay, half silage, and we got the straw that we're gonna keep now over on the side for bedding. And next up, I guess, is yeah, just getting this done and then replanting the grass. I think it might be time to switch the tractor that we use on this job. Now that we have, 3 tractors, I went with the smallest one for baling, and I think that's a mistake for this uphill here. So after this row here, I think we'll switch it out and get the Voltra. We don't want to use the John Deere, but well, you know what? Maybe we will use the new tractor just to get some more use out of it. Much more power. We'll see how it works going uphill, but I assume it's going to be just fine. Just fine. Plenty of power here. Yeah, no hesitation by the tractor at all turning around, so I think this was the right call. It's also nice just to use the new tractor. It's a beast. Look at this thing. It's pretty sweet. Those ties of those tires, that's insane. We did miss some grass there when we had the worker cutting, but I'm not too concerned about it. We'll get this little bit here just to have it in the baler for next time. It'll probably get turned into straw with the next harvest. I'm not sure what's next, an actual crop harvest or cutting this grass that we're about to plant. But in time we'll find out. So next we'll want to wrap those bales, and then after that we'll get the stone picker out, the scout as well, and get some land scouted so we can get the soil type all set for that new area that we just plowed. And we'll also have to do a little bit of lime work. So we got a few things to do before we make it July. We're gonna rush to get to July, but created a little more work for myself than I thought we did. So we'll get that done and we'll move on to July at that point. So 60,000 liters of grass that is fermenting to turn into silage. Not very good for this field. Again, we didn't take care of it after the last cut. We didn't add any more lime or fertilizer, so the nitrogen level was off as well as the pH level. So we're paying for that now, and in the return that we're getting, we're gonna go ahead and drop these right here for now. And next month we should be able to sell those. We'll leave the truck there as well. Just double check on the greenhouses, see everything's doing good. We'll have to fill up water probably after we take care of this field. We'll get that all scouted and check our soil type, and that will allow us to put the exact amount of lime on that field before we plant the grass. Great demand at the farm shop. And it looks like we are going to get some more clay in the mix here, which is unfortunate, but it'll be okay. All right, samples are sent in, and we'll get the results from that very soon. And stone picking is next. Yeah, looks like the samples are going to line up exactly how we thought. We get to the top here, we'll see more blue is my guess. And, oh, we got to the edge of it. Good to know. Good to know. Well, the stonework's all done. Another 581 liters of stone, so I didn't think we'd even get that much. So that'll be helpful. That will help reduce the amount of lime we're going to have to buy here. And I think what we'll do is we'll go this way with it instead. Get it all activated here. We're going to turn on our guidelines. And then we want to auto width here. And the direction is going to be 90 degrees. And that will allow us to kind of scoot over just a little bit. We'll hit home again. Make sure we get all of it here. Maybe we'll just do this part ourselves real quick. Yeah, using a lot of lime. We'll definitely have to make a trip to the store here in a minute. Oop, overturned. It's interesting. There's a couple spots here that the pH is so good or so high that it's not going to apply lime, and it's not in an ideal state. I'm actually debating, and let me know what you think about getting rid of this spreader and switching to the fixed axle one. It has less capacity, but we can set the axle to be fixed. I guess we should look into customizing this one and see if we can do that as well on it before we make that decision. So a couple things to think about here before we actually plant this field, or long term, not necessarily before we plant the field, but long term decisions to think about. You can see here, this is the second time applying lime in this area, so it's not as much because the pH just needs to be adjusted a little bit to get to that goal of 6.75 for the loam. And then when we get over to the clay area here, we'll see that it wants to get the pH to 7.0. That way it's at the right pH for that soil type to get the best out of the grass harvest. So that'll do it for the lime that we had in stock. We're gonna head back to the store and I'm gonna see if there's customizations on this to get this thing to stop, to see if we can lock the axle. I don't think there is on this one. I think we do have to downgrade to the smaller capacity one to do that. We're gonna look at our options when we get to the store here though. All right, let's get those last two passes done and we'll get to seeding. I don't know how much of that was muted, so we'll go ahead and reiterate what we did here. We went and sold the other one because the fixed axis here that will allow us to turn a little bit better. We're getting a little annoyed, but we have a little less capacity in this one. It only holds 12,000 instead of 30,000 liters. And to be honest with you, this is probably more realistic than that one. It wasn't that much bigger and it had a larger capacity, a lot larger, almost 3 times the capacity. So I think this helps us with the realism a little bit as well. And I'm not sure about the width, so let's give this a try. Ooh, a little out of control there with the GPS. Lock it in here, get it turned on, and we'll see. It covers perfect. It does cover the same, and oh, it looks like it sprays a little bit more. But nice. We only got, looks like 2 more rows after this to finish up, and we'll be done. Turning around is much better. Definitely think it's worth the smaller capacity here. Will be interesting over time to see those blue areas that are at like 8.25 pH, see how long it takes that to get down to this 6.75 level. I wonder if we did plow it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know if there's any tricks to lower them. I'm not sure it hurts though. Since we have a new tractor, I definitely do want to use it for seeding the grass. Make sure we're set to grass and we'll get GPS activated here. We'll go ahead and do a first pass though without it on the whole headland. I think it might make sense to replant the grass on top of it on these other areas. Some of it was damaged and we're gonna have to redo that anyways, and it might be difficult to see where those areas are now that we limed. And it looks like that's a little spot that we missed with the plowing, but I think it'll be okay. So yeah, we'll get the headland done and then we'll start doing ups and downs. And we can see the nitrogen. I'm not sure why it's red for the grass. I thought grass needed a little bit better, but maybe for the soil type? I'm confused on that as well. Let me know. Well, the seeding's all done, and I definitely feel like it's time to get bigger implements now that we have this bigger tractor, because this took way too long. It is a good-sized field now, but jobs are taking longer as the farm's growing, so that's some of the next things we'll do. We just gotta replenish the sawmill today and we'll call it a night. So we'll get a couple trees here, maybe 3. Maybe we'll try cutting 3 or 4 and use this tractor and see if we can pull them all at once. That's the plan. So it will attempt to pull these 3 with somewhat ease, and we'll go get that other one and be all set. Nice. So 3 at a time is what we can do. All right, 18. Wow, that was a big tree. 18,000 liters total, so that'll definitely work for us overnight. We'll get this put back where it belongs, and we're gonna fill up the water in the greenhouses next, and that's all we're gonna do. Again, I thought we were gonna get to July this episode. There was just too much to do around the farm, and I think we're gonna have to stick to 1 month per episode moving forward. I thought we were gonna be able to sneak into this one, but not gonna happen. Got some cleaning up to do, but that's about it. Welcome back to Cattle Ranch. It's July. We are going to complete year 1 of Cattle Ranch, and we don't have cattle. A lot's going on today. We're going to sell this silage. We're going to sell all the planks, all the goods from the greenhouses. I went ahead and already refilled the greenhouses with water. Got the planks all prepped. Looks like we missed some mushrooms. We'll get that thrown on the overloaded trailer here. Let's see if we can find a room for it. That's not going to work. Trailer is wiggling. We'll put it in the back of the truck. So we're going to do that first off. We got 37,000 liters of planks. 6,000 liters of flour, 6,000 liters of mushrooms, and I think it's 7,000 liters of mushrooms because the one in the back, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of, and then we'll see how much money we have because I want to buy some things. I have some thoughts in mind. Flipping the truck was not one of them. Well, that's fun. And everything just disappeared into the bottom of the world, so we're gonna have fun here today. So I'd half a mind of starting over the recording, but we're gonna leave that in the video. We're gonna get on the truck this time, or in the truck, and we're gonna drive more carefully and try not to drop our goods. Oh man, the trailer is wobbly. We're gonna go real slow. You're not gonna see it though. We're gonna cut it out. It's been a day. It has been a day. Well, we made it, and I'm hoping for a pretty little penny here. Oh, back up, back up, back up. We're gonna get this in 2 takes. First one is 160,000. Very nice. Don't flip it. There we go. Oh, we need a semi. And 106,000 more. So we're gonna take this truck home, but then we're going to fly back to the shop and do some shopping. Well, I got a little flustered by the beginnings there, so we're going to very slowly, apparently. Why is this so slow? Yeah, we need better transportation. We're gonna work on that. But I first want to grab these flowers and take them with me. They just happened to spawn after we left. Get that on there. We'll get it strapped in. We're gonna have to pass a little bit of time to get this silage to convert. And I'm not even sure if it's a good time to sell it, but I want the money because I want some expanding to do to cap out our first year on the farm. So we'll head back over there. We'll pass some time, and then we will regroup and see what our total is for the little bit of spending spree that we get to have. Another 29,000 plus whatever the flowers gave us. I don't think I caught that. It might have been all in one, but it says sold bales. So, but we are at 135,000. We're gonna come get this later, because we're going to do this now. Oh man, I'm having a flustering day. A flustering day. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, regrouping here a little bit. The first thing we're going to buy is a semi. We're wanting to upgrade the farm, and I think it's kind of somewhat cheesy to use that truck like we have been. And I want to go with this GMC here. And I noticed that we don't want GPS on that, but configuration-wise, we will go with semi. The exhaust, I like how it is. Let's see, front bumper. Let's go with number 1. Cab lights, yeah, let's add those. Horns, yeah, why not? Get a little visor in there as well. Our rear fenders, and I think I wanted to change the frame to match as well. Yeah, I really dig this. I'm just gonna match the whole thing, the mud flaps as well. Maybe we'll go rims black. Oh, and what about like that? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me know if you liked that. There's no way you did though. And then I think there was one other adjustment. We could go untuned. Why not? Because it's free. We're using the mod. We're gonna do that, and then the next thing we're gonna go into is animal transportation. And we're gonna spend $80,000 on this bad boy here. Because in a cattle ranch, thank you, ma'am. You can relax now. The sell point wasn't here. I need to stop doing that. Oh, I plan on leaving all this into the video so you can feel my frustration, because I find it kind of funny after the fact. But let's go home and look at our new goods, and hopefully they didn't spawn somewhere that's gonna ruin a crop, because I have no idea. I think it's where we bought seed last episode, so it's probably right in front of the new grass field. I'm gonna put this here because I have a feeling we might run out of money for my plans today, so we might be selling more mushrooms and flowers. But there's the new animal trailer. We're gonna get some cows in there. Absolutely. And there is the new truck. Nice. I was hoping to drive this all the way back to get a little bit of a sample of it. Look at the inside of this thing. This is sweet. Switch gears? Are you gonna switch gears? Oh, I thought it, hold on. Look at that. It moved. That's nice. All right. Let's get hooked up to the tanker, the water tanker, and fill up the greenhouses. It's over here, and we don't need the dolly anymore. So we will actually going to just sell that and get $7 grand. I could have got a little bit more if we took it in, but I'm lazy and frustrated. So that's it is what it is. And these aren't compatible. These aren't compatible. Well, that fits today. Is this compatible over here? Yep. We're just running into things. Okay, so this fits fine. Oh, it is just the terrain. Yeah, that looks a lot higher. So look at this bump right here. I think that's what caused that, I hope. Okay. We should be good if I could ever back up correctly. Nice. Okay, so we got enough water. Let's go ahead and loop around and fill up the greenhouses. And because of all the time that we passed in the just to get the silage going, we're gonna go with ×1 for the rest of this episode. We don't have a lot to do, so I think that'll be okay. But yeah, these both filled up. Let's back out. We don't want to drive in the grass because you can see we already ruined some of our new grass. And we're gonna have to find a home for this semi. And right now it's gonna be right here. So we talked about field 48. We put the lime production on, and we like to fix those issues as soon as possible. So that's gonna be done. But before, and that's where we're going to put our first cows. Before we do that, though, we want to find our tractor. There it is. So we want to hook up to our mowers, and gosh, the frustration is just coming through in the video, isn't it? So we're going to head over to our new property and cut the property line and see about making a lot of money off this. Let's open these up, and we're going to go right next to this grass field and just make it so. I don't think we'll expand the grass field. It's definitely big enough. Let's get both of these lowered now. There's the front and the back. Turn them both on. And to not ruin the crop, we will try to avoid it and get a lot of this cut. And I really in the all right, time to relax, cut some grass, enjoy farming simulating, and make a bunch of silage, or potentially stop swathing this so that we can get a tedder and make a bunch of hay. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Half and half? Why did that only do half? That's fancy. Okay, that's kind of cool. But we're gonna go ahead and cut it this way. And I think we raised the front, didn't we? Lower that. Yep, and we'll use the windrower, and we'll have to look into getting a tedder. The front is still with. And today we're going to primarily focus on this side of the road, and then we can potentially cut that next month, but I think we might have some more things to do around the farm next month. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the fields to see what's going to be ready, but this is a good area to get a lot of grass, and like I said, we'll do probably half and half with silage and half hay and keep it for the cattle. Oh, just because it's who I am. I wanted to kind of disclose the crankiness and frustration. I was supposed to record a episode of Family RP tonight and had to cancel and disrupt everyone else's plans this week because of internet issues. I was unable to join the server, really unable to even chat with them in Discord. Pretty frustrated, and it kind of led into the beginning of this episode here, and I apologize, but I find it kind of funny after the fact, so just so you know where I'm coming from. Enjoy the rest of the video. So when I did my calculations on the money we needed, I forgot about the tedder. So I'm hoping we have some extra goods here to get us a little bit more cash. Oh, 2 planks, that's not bad with the prices being as good as they are right now. So we're gonna drive this over back to the store. We got done cutting the yard, or the new field. We can see that when we drive by here. You can see it out in the distance. Those trees, they're just rendering still, they're not there. Watch them vanish. So now we'll take this in, and we're gonna get a tedder, and have to take the tractor to pick that up, obviously. Almost lost something there. But yeah, we'll get the tedder, and we'll get that, about half of it, you know, we're gonna do half of it hay, half of it silage, and then we have a little bit of straw. We're gonna need more of that. We got a big wheat field that we're gonna harvest in a couple months for that, but we're very dangerously close to placing down that first pasture for some cattle, and we're gonna have to go figure out where to use that trailer to pick them up, because I've never done it on this map, and I assume it's probably in this area, probably over there on the left. Yeah, an extra 22,000 is definitely gonna help for the second time today. Let's visit the nice lady in the store. Yellow. As far as tedders are concerned, I've never really used a large one. We got 17 meters width on that. Some of these that I have in here from mods aren't bad. This one's 8.5. I'm gonna do a little bit of calculations and see if we can afford that big one. We are gonna risk it. We're gonna buy this $42,000 one because it fits the model we've been going with, except for the harvester. The harvester's the only thing we haven't really bought something that will stay with us long term. Yeah, let's get the tractor over here. Oh, yeah, this was a wise decision. But looking at this now, the 8-meter one, we probably could have lived with, but my goodness. We're gonna try to do some fun math here. Look how perfect that lines up. So if we say -10 and we drive across this grass field, and this should put us at 0 in theory. 1 and 0 right there. So we're gonna go to 6, -6 over here, and that's where we're going to split it in half. And yep, we're gonna get that big chunk there in the hay, but I think that's okay. Let's get it lowered, get it turned on, and we'll get going there. This is where GPS is really gonna help us out. Nice, and we don't mean to be going that fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go, that's more realistic, but look at that. Nicely turning it into hay for us, drying out that grass. Ah, plan's coming together. So that's all done, half and half. Next is to row it, and we'll have to be very creative with GPS as well to help us out with getting those rows perfect so we don't mix product there. And we're running out of storage. We got to get organized. Aye. Aye, aye, aye. We should start an aye, aye, aye counter. New home is right there. That's a light pole. No way. Now, if this just lines up for us, I'm going to laugh. Yeah. No way. Okay, we're close. We're close, though. If we go right here and hit, that'll do it. All right, let's get it lowered, get it turned on. And we'll miss just a little bit on the left there. That will go to the silage, but that's pretty dang close. So we'll get this all rowed up, and gosh, this windrower is starting to look a little small compared to some of the other stuff, but it's not. It's just we're getting used to this big equipment, I think. How did that line up perfect? We're getting lucky tonight. It's making up for the frustration. No product mixing. Look at that. We can pick up that line later. So strange. What a day. All right, another job done. Another step closer to cows. Since there's 37% grass in here already, we will start with baling the grass. This strong tractor should really do this job pretty quickly. Recommends 17 miles an hour, so we will go ahead and do that. Let's get it lowered and lock it in. Should be able to use the same GPS setup and just quickly get these baled. Our calculation was off by a hair because I forgot to take into account 0 and 10. So that would be 0 through 10 would be 11. So we do get one extra row of the grass bales that will turn into silage, which isn't that big of a deal. It's a lot of bales. This session is 54 bales, so that's a good amount. So you can see them all out there. Next is to wrap the grass and pick up at least a few rows. We might pick it all up, but the slant's now worrying me about my plans. Well, to help fund the rest of today's project, we're gonna do something a little different. Let's repair it. No way we're repainting it. We're gonna get $150,000 back. About. Oh, nice. All right, and we can take the truck home. Those of you sad to see the Vulture go, I apologize. I wasn't a big fan of it. It was an experiment to use a brand that I've never used before. We'll get a third tractor here soon, but to finish the year out with some cattle, I wanted a little extra cash for what we're about to do here. That's hideous. That's better. We do have a floating pole over here, though. We'll fix that. There we go. Pretty nice and flat here. So you can see we have two cattle pen here that I believe hold a pretty decent amount. If we go into animals now, oh, it doesn't show us in that view. We'll go into the construction mode here, go to animals, and 150 each. Very, very cool. So next, we're gonna have to go pick up some cows. This is exciting. Why is there a basketball in here? Why would the cows, I guess they could play basketball if they want. Right? Interesting. All right, let's go get the trailer, or the semi in the trailer, and get cows finally. All right, so we're gonna buy our first cows here, and we're gonna go with, let's see, what do we want to do? I think our first group we will go with, we're gonna do 12. That's what we can fit in here. We'll buy 12 of the Holstein calves, and let's take a look here. I've never done it this way before. I've always had them delivered. They are definitely in there. Nice. Back there they are. Hello, cow. Hello. Try to drive nice for them. And I think we'll put these calves closer to home So we'll come up here. Oh, a little too far. And look at that. We've got cows. All right, we'll get some more, then we'll get them some food, and then we will go from there. I think this time we're gonna go with actual cows. We'll select 12 of these, 22,000. That's a big chunk there. So we have some calves, and then we'll have some cows. And it'll be a good start to our cattle farm. You know, some dairy cows to start with. We'll get some meat cows later on to make some steaks and some burgers and all the things. They're not listening, are they? You think they're listening? Ooh, gotta get used to the brakes on this thing. Go, got them moved in. Nice. Yeah, move along. Now, obviously, somewhere over here we'll probably, or maybe not obviously, but somewhere over here we're gonna build some more storage. I don't think we'll do that today. This episode is running a little long as is, but we'll go ahead and get that just placed there. Just kind of taking a look here. It looks like they do require straw. A roughage, interesting. Moisture food, power food. I don't know what that means. Allow overcrowding. Oh, that's cool. But we just bought a food mixer. This breed is used, blah, blah, blah. Grass hay, base food, roughage, moisture food. So they need water. They produce milk. Oh man, maybe we learn about mods before we use them. Oh, fun stuff. I'm guessing this is where we put the water. Nope, it has a water sign. Try not to run over any cows. If we can get close enough. There we go. I don't know how much it's gonna take, but we're gonna find out. This is where this big water tanker, or liquid tanker, is gonna come in handy. Wow, they take a lot of water. They're gonna take it all, and that's exactly the amount that this holds, it looks like. So a couple trips here, and then we will do some investigation work on the food situation. This definitely doesn't feel like enough straw, so I think we're gonna prioritize food before bedding, and I don't know if that affects the health on this mod. We'll find out, but we'll get it over here. We got the field boss over here already to start mixing some food, but we got to go pick up the TMR mixer that we did purchase. So we'll drop that off there, and we'll head over and grab that and bring it back and start experimenting with the calculations of the amount of bales we need to make good quality TMR. So the rest of the recording, unfortunately, was corrupted. You didn't miss much. We just tried to mix some TMR and realized that the grass hasn't turned to silage yet. So we gave them some hay for the day just to give them a little food to get started while that grass ferments. And next month we will take care of giving them actual high quality food. That wraps up the first year of Cattle Ranch. We got a lot more to come. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next episode.